first and 10. Newton. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They fake the give. Newton. Staying on his feet. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kenny Clark able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards. All told.
3rd down.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year at Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick in the first round. The last guy to do that at Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater, the same exact pick when he came out.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 11 yards there, 1st down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Tracy Walker.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Tracy Walker on the tackle.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. This is the tight end, Fant. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice gain of 21 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. A 10-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson steps away to his left. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And 1.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Lions nothing.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now Saquon Barkley. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got Adams on the hookup. Yeah, the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
2nd and 10, Newton again. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
14.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson flush to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Lions will take over. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Browns' 47-yard line.
Here's Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. The Lions on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. He'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right, and that's caught inside the 30.
They are not ready for us.
All the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 78 yards, and the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And it's up and good. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
He was covered by
a lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
From the gun, here's Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
27 per
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
On second down, Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can. But this is 3rd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kyle Juszczyk there to make the grab. And the Browns add on to their lead.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in a touchdown here. Great play offensively. And he'll bang that one through. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Stop your whining.
Out of the gun, Newton. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now it's Newton. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Van Jefferson, 46 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes. No interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
First and 10 at the 30.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now it's Jackson rolling to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On third down, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Looking deep for Adams. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going for it. It's Hill. He's got his tight end fan, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Hill. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down to an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he is going to have the Browns first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Rolling to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Working with a 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 4-yard line.
Now it's Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 1st and 10, Newton gets it quickly to Galladay. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, 39 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. 25-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
91 in the money. Let's go, B.
Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Deshaun Hand. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
To throw on 3rd down. Jackson looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 21 yards there on 3rd down. 1st and 10.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson forced out to his left. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
On the carry.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one, oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
They're set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. On first down, it's Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. He'll get this one to Galladay. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Newton throwing again. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Van Jefferson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Sly on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
Joey Sly.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter and now can really take some time off the clock. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Jeff Okudah up from his cornerback spot to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He was run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Throwing deep for Galladay. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Gronkowski, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. This is Hunt. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run. This is Hunt. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and...
There's Hill. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one, but let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And the drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, Newton. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Newton on first down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
And a Lions first down.
To the air again, Newton. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 more yards there and another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a first down throw for Newton. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Khalil Mack charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he's going to go down again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And that's caught inside the 35. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Buying time to his left. This is the tight end Fant. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Now it's Barkley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 13 yards out. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. To try again after the sack, Newton.
T.J. Watt. Cam Newton sacked. Today's
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.